boy.
Welcome, everyone. This is Pamela Marie Edmunds here on this beautiful Wednesday evening, talking to you from Sedona, Arizona. This is Love Never Dies radio show broadcast is what I'm going to call it, okay? And I want to welcome everyone who's here, especially anybody who's come here who's new. And I do want to let you know that I am recording. And what ends up happening is if you've identified yourself with a first and last name, it's only going to show up as your first name, okay? And I will be putting this recording on YouTube. And if you do, somebody's cat, wonderful, thank you. And if you do not want to be seen, you can turn off the video, okay? That's your choice, all right? Although this gives us a little bit of a personal connection. We can see all the faces here of everybody, and it's wonderful. Welcome, Judith. Welcome, dear. Hi, sweetheart. I've just started. So, okay. And I won't be able to say hi to everybody once we get going, okay? So bear with me. And I love it. I see a full screen. We've got 9 spaces all filled up. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So this show here has been on a few times in the past. I took a break, so we're just getting some steam back here. Shannon, your kitty is gorgeous. Your kitty is gorgeous. And just so you know, a lot of us are animal lovers here. So I want to just share a little bit about the show, and then we'll go to our guest who's patiently waiting here. And Love Never Dies, I host, and I am a medium. I am a teacher. I do trance work. I do platform work. I also do healing work. And welcome whoever just comes popping in. Looks like Junie's here too. You're here twice. Okay, welcome. So
I'm so happy to see the faces. I'll hang up the phone, hon. Now I can
go right ahead.
All right.
And what I want to say is this is an opportunity for us to get together and connect. Seeing faces is so great right now, isn't it? How many people are missing seeing faces? How about a hug, missing a hug? So anyway, if I'm getting distracted, I apologize. It's the energy tonight. And so for those of you who are maybe interested in seeing this again, this show, this is going to be recorded, and this is going to be in YouTube under my account, my channel, Pamela Marie Edmunds, okay? If you're seeking to see, a couple weeks from now, what's Pamela got going on her show this week? Information will be on my website, and that's PamelaMarieEdmunds.com, okay? There's a page there for Love Never Dies. It gives you all the call-in numbers. It gives you the codes, which is going to stay the same from week to week. And it lists on there who may be a guest on the show. And tonight we're going to have a dear friend and colleague, June Elaine Evans, and welcome somebody else. And I just want to say, I also do a second show on Thursday nights. It's All Animals Deserve Love. And you can look that up on Facebook. My Facebook page is Pamela-Marie Edmunds, and welcome somebody. I don't know who was here, but we will be doing some interesting shows there. And so if you have questions about the show, please connect to me, your host, Pamela Marie Edmunds. I also offer services, as many of us who will be a part of this show will do too, and have a website. And I adore the animal. I'm sorry about the cat being, my kitty is, almost can reach him, almost can touch him, Sylvester. So, and I want to welcome the gentleman who is here. He's on an iPhone. He's sipping something. Welcome, sir. Hello, sir. And tonight is kind of a, can I say spirit leads these shows? Does everybody understand that? When we work with spirit, spirit helps us in our lives, right? Spirit helps us in our work. Well, our guest, June Elaine Evans, and I have been longtime friends. And matter of fact, Spirit pulled us together, and Spirit are very much supported there, and we do a lot of work together. Now, I was asking Spirit, well, who am I going to have as a guest? This was Sunday. It was a Saturday or Sunday. He says, I've got a show this Wednesday. Who am I going to have? And I looked around. The few people I had reached out to were more interested in later dates. And I got the nudge that June Elaine was going to do the show. And I'm like, this is getting kind of close here. And well, sure enough, called her. We started talking, and Spirit started talking through us and gave us the topic. And it's just so wonderful to be able to rely on them. Okay? And this is a piece of what this show is about tonight. Communicate. Let's communicate with your loved one. Because this is how we do spirit communication. We do mediumship. This is how we know they're here. This is how they remind us how much they love us, right? So, June Elaine Evans, are you still there? You're listed as Junie, right?
Yes, I could have been called a lot worse than that.
Oh, come on. Hang on. I'm seeing. Okay. I'm going to turn the cell phone off.
Oh, I can see you, but I wish I could put a picture up or something, but I can't. It just says Junie. But I see Donald came in. He's here.
I saw him. I'm seeing somebody else. There's another gentleman here. I'm not seeing Donnie. Well, I have to shut my cell phone off, so hopefully everybody can get themselves in. Okay. June Elaine Evans, are you there, sweetheart?
Yes, I am.
Welcome. And June Elaine Evans, I'm just going to give her a little bit of a background, and she can add the rest. June Elaine Evans, I believe, is calling from Newmarket, New Hampshire, correct?
That's correct.
Yes. And June is an evidential medium. She's an animal communicator. She's an author, if you didn't know that. She also is a Reiki healer. She works with Saint Germain. What else would you like me to add to who you are, June Elaine?
Well, I really don't want to sit here and tell you who I am. Most beautiful people. These people that are here right now, I'm seeing their faces. There's one I find there's a couple I find fascinating. I really want to talk. I really want to hear from them. I don't want to hear from me, if you don't mind, you guys.
Well,
I want to hear from me, but I want you to ask me questions.
yes.
And can I say something about Galaxy Tab A?
Yep.
Galaxy Tab A. May I ask who you are? Have we met before?
We have not met before.
Oh, but we have. Yes, we have.
The lady in the middle is Sue, and this is one's a daughter-in-law, one's a daughter.
No.
One's a daughter-in-law. Kelsey's my daughter-in-law, and Kayla is Kelsey's sister.
Yeah, me and her sisters.
Got it.
Galaxy Tab A. I hope that they can spend some more time. I'd like to visit with them. We're not all going to be able to catch up with everybody, but I need to talk to them. But maybe not right now. Maybe not in public, and maybe a little private.
Right.
You guys, do you mind that?
Yep.
Galaxy.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yep.
I mean, I want you to talk. I want you to ask, but there's something about you. Anyway.
There's some aspiring mediums in that screen is what I want.
Oh.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, I
love the kitty.
I turn my energy on too, sweetheart, here. So we both, what I'd like to do, June Elaine, is get a little discussion going so we can get people to ask questions, okay?
Please.
All right. Now, June Elaine, can you tell people the brief story about how you began speaking for spirit? How you began to...
Yes, briefly.
Speak. Yes.
And in the year 2010, my husband, in 2006, my husband of many years found out he had cancer, prostate cancer. And then from there, it metastasized into lung cancer, and he passed in 2010. So 2006 to 2010, yeah. Anyway, then from about a month after he passed, I was minding my business one evening. I happened to be just laying in bed being quiet. I was just laying there being quiet. I wasn't crying. I just didn't know. I was just laying there, and I heard snapping sounds around my bed, clicking and snapping. And it didn't frighten me, but I just thought, what the hell is that? And then the next thing I knew, through my closed lids, I could see flashes of light, and I heard June. And that's how it started. And that's how I, hey, I'm.
And that was Jerry speaking
That's
to you.
Jerry.
What's going on now?
I don't know. For some reason, he sets a bell off or something. I can't figure it out. There's a bell here somewhere. There's a phone that I have no idea, but.
Well, June,
anyway.
you know, if a bell goes off here, the people are joining us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Well, this
So,
came from
so Jerry said June. He started talking to you.
I heard a whisper, and that's the last time I ever heard. The rest was mental telepathy.
Okay.
And I went through most people would do, I guess. I wonder if, I had snapped or I was crazy or something, but I was hearing voices. So I absolutely did go to my doctor, and I told him that I was hearing Jerry talking to me, mental telepathy. And he said, well, I don't really believe, he said, I'm not a true believer in what you're trying to say to me, but he said, why can't you just talk to him? Why don't you talk to him? And he said, if you're here for drugs, you're not going to get any. That's what he said. If you're here for drugs, you're not. I said, yes, I do. I want some drug. I want something to sleep, because I'm hearing this every night about the same time. I'm getting a visit from him now. I need something to sleep. He said, no, you don't. Just talk to them and figure this out. Talk to him. And that's how he left me. And from there, I started getting Jerry telling me to please record from that point everything he gave me as much as possible on my cell phone, and trust him that he was communicating with me. So I looked up in the computer, is there life after death? And that's how it all started. Is there life after death? And from there, boom.
Did you believe at the time?
It's not that I didn't believe, I just didn't know. I wasn't educated. I didn't know. Excuse me. That's just like with when I heard 3 years ago, Ashtar Command. It came through to me. For those of you who believe in our beautiful beings out there that are surrounding Mother Earth, I believe that with all my heart. There's a whole bunch of people here on Earth's plane that have, what I called walked in to help us.
Right.
There's so much going on, everybody. There's so much, but
So
I'm just learning. That's
right.
all.
So June.
Yes.
This was how long ago when he started communicating?
10 years ago.
And what's happened in those 10 years? brief story.
I learned that I'm not crazy. That I have gifts. I know that I'm a medium. I know that I'm an animal communicator, especially. I know that, yes, indeed, I did talk to a being who described himself as more like a brother and wanted, I've learned a lot. I've learned, I don't know how much more to say than that.
Well, okay, and that leads us to tonight's show, right?
Yeah.
Let's communicate with your loved one. All right?
Yeah, I'd like to visit with everybody that's here.
Because obviously there's people here who want to communicate and hear from their loved one themselves, right?
Well, I believe that the majority of the people that are here right now already are. And they know it. They know damn well. Pardon my English. Sorry about
Okay.
that.
No, damn is okay.
But they're maybe needing just a little extra. Catherine, Catherine, do I know you? Have I met you before?
Your name is familiar to me. I've attended several fairs and stuff like that with my mother over the years. That's actually how I know Pamela from Wareham. But I can't see you, so I don't really know
I'm
if
sorry, hon, about
who
that.
it's
I'm
who
on
I'm
the phone.
envisioning.
Yeah.
But I think that we have
Oh, you will
past
see
years
me.
ago.
You will see me. I just heard whoever just said that. They said you'll all see me. We'll all meet at one time. Yep.
Yes.
How
So,
exciting.
so the focus of this show, and this was interesting how it evolved, comes into you teaching people how to do spirit communication.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So Jerry started teaching me. He told me that he would build a bridge. Because I'm a carpenter's daughter, so I work with wood. I grew up around wood and the smell of wood and sawdust and all that. Jerry was a fabricate. What do they call it? Fabricator, iron worker. Yes, he worked with iron and steel. He could make anything out of anything that you wanted him to. Let's see. He said my side of he showed me being on one side of a huge, like he was on one side of a mountain and I was on the other, and there was this big gully in between us, or whatever you want to call it. And the only way that we would be able to get to meet in the middle is if we both learned how to do that by communicating. Yeah, he took a lot of time and energy and the problem I had was not trusting. I thought each day I woke up, this was insane. I thought it was insane. I'm like, you're making this up. This isn't real, June. You're fantasizing. You need help or whatever. But then each day I'd get more and more from him, and he was very patient. And he said, I'm going to teach you. And then the first year that I worked with Jerry, he taught me to learn to listen to what he was saying and check it out, and everything checked out. He'd give me things that I thought, oh my God. And I would say things like, you're not dead. He said, oh, please don't say dead. I'm not dead, he said. He said, I'm not dead. And then he told me to watch a movie called Ghost. He said that would help. He taught me about energy. Took him 2 years to teach me how to trust, believe that, yes, I am talking to my dead husband who isn't dead. He's alive.
He's very much
only
alive.
In a physical, only in a, he taught me about the energy, and all that. So many things he taught me.
So So June, this brings us to you're teaching other people with Spirit Academy. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what I decided to, one of the things I decided to do, because it broke my heart to think that I was so mistrusting and believing, and yes, it's really happening, and all of the things that took him so much time and energy to teach me. And now I know I could help others out there save a heck of a lot of time and energy by just teaching them what I learned. So Jerry told me to offer people like a tool belt. You put it around your waist, and then he said, I will help you give them the tools they need to learn how to communicate with their love. Every single person that's here right now can communicate with their pets and loved ones. They don't need mediums. You don't need to pay me $60, which is what I charge, donation for a half-hour reading, and then lose me afterwards. Maybe who knows? You don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need to be, you can do this. You can do this. So in 3 short sessions, I teach people, give them the tools, give them the everything that Jerry taught me in 3 short sessions, half-hour sessions. And then I usually stay with them, like Lori. Lori's here, Lori Smith. Her son is one of my guides, and it makes me teary-eyed because I know he's here tonight. I know there's standing room only right here with us right now. All of our loved ones and pets are here, so I know that.
Yep. And so you work one-on-one with students.
Yes, the reason I do that, I like doing that because Lori is different from Christina, is different from Judy, is different from Shannon and Catherine and Linda, and everybody has their own feelings and their own reasons for wanting to communicate. One of my favorite loves here tonight, and I thank him for showing up, and I know he's tired. He works long days, and that is, what's your name now?
That must be him in the blue.
Oh, White Wolf, that's right. What's your name?
You unmute yourself.
Donald, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Thumbs up. You got a thumbs up.
But can you not speak? Can you unmute?
On the very far bottom left-hand corner says mute, unmuted. So you can say hello. Gonna have to practice on it. Matter of fact, this gentleman.
I just didn't think to do it. You hear me?
I can hear you, love. I can hear you.
And this is Donald, and matter of fact, Donald's my guest tomorrow night on my other show.
Yep.
All Animals Deserve Love, and he's been a long time advocate for animals, doing all kinds of things helping animals. And it's going to help me get that show started tomorrow night with as a guest.
So I really don't have anything more to say about myself because or what's happened, because most of the people that are here tonight already know the story.
Okay.
But I'd like to just find out whatever I can do.
Well, I want to kind of make the link that people aren't all quite understanding is basically most of the people who are coming to you for the Spirit Academy have a specific person they want to communicate, and that's what's happened. They're learning how to communicate to that specific person, right?
Yes.
Whereas, and I don't know how many of you know this, I do teach mediumship. Matter of fact, I'm getting the nudge to get a couple classes up and running again. Yet it's a group of people working together, right? It's a group energy, whereas you're working one-on-one. It is totally different. Okay?
Yeah, I just love that, but I think it's going to have to move up to classes at some point.
Okay, okay, okay,
But I just like the one-on-one, yes.
okay, okay. So, you had something Lori was going to bring on board to share about one of her experiences that's come forward in the way of communication. Can you talk a little bit about that, June?
I'd rather have Lori,
Ah,
if you don't mind.
okay.
Donald, don't you go to sleep on me, honey.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I still got a little bit of life left for the day, so.
Oh, you sweetie.
And I need to tell you, Donald, I wasn't sure who that was in the corner there. All I saw was iPhone. Most people have a name with theirs, but you just sneak. Anyway, welcome, Donald. Welcome. Okay.
Oh, well, I forgot to identify myself. Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. I think sounds to me like you're still resting up from the day. So,
Yes.
okay, Lori. June
Yes.
Elaine shared a little bit about her students and in regards to the different loved ones that they had communicating with them. Can you talk a little bit? I believe there's someone by the name of Walter.
Yeah, that's my son.
Okay.
And he passed 4 years ago from brain cancer. And he likes to visit people. I didn't bring him up to be a wallflower, and he is the same on the other side
Okay.
because he's been hanging out with Christina too. And he likes to say, I won't say totally inappropriate things to Junie, but he likes to make her giggle and blush, which she does quite often. Because one of the first times I spoke with June, she said, "Oh, I can't say that," and I said, "Yeah, you can." And she goes, "No, I can't." I said, "No, yes, you can, because there wasn't anything we couldn't say to each other." And I said, "Just say it." And she goes, "No, I really can't." I said, "Does it begin with a T?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Okay, it's twat waffle." That's what he would call me when he was, we were goofing with each other. So I said, "No, it's not. You can't say anything I didn't hear before from him." And he's very strong still
He has
on the other
a
side.
bond between his mother. He and his mother fool around. So don't me and my son. So, yeah.
Yeah, he does. It's nothing derogatory. We just have a very sick sense of humor, and that's how we got along.
Now, Lori, before you and June started doing some classes, did you sense Walter? Was Walter, or was it a brand new connection for you? Where were you?
Well, I knew that other relatives were around because I would get like the cold breeze. At one point, I was laying in bed one night and somebody moved my hair, and I went, "And am I just sitting on the bed? But don't touch me because it freaks me out," and they never have again. And I went for a Reiki shaman healing out in Henniker one day and said to the guy, "Hey, you're touching my feet?" And he said, "No, nobody's there." And I thought, all right, my grandfather's like right there making sure this isn't some freaky wackadoodle thing, which he would think that it was.
Yeah.
But when the night that Walter died, I had gone to the beach because I just didn't know where else to go but to church. And there were some people down on the beach, and there was a gentleman off to my right. And all of a sudden, this energy black thing just like went right by me. And it was so realistic. I turned to see who it was because I could feel somebody there, and there wasn't a soul. Well, there wasn't a person. And people were looking at me like I was totally insane. And I thought, okay, then. And I have heard him speak to me, which just freaked me out because I wasn't expecting his voice to come through. But he's here all the time, and I get him on video as the little orbs. I'll ask a question, and he flies in, and I'll say something exciting, and he flies through again. And I sent it to June Saturday night, and she sent me a text Sunday morning. She said, what an absolute joy to wake up to, and to actually ask a question and have him. I told you, he's not a wallflower. He likes to be seen, he likes to be heard, he likes to be known. And that hasn't changed.
Well, I want to share that June did share that video with me, Lori.
Oh, good.
And it was awesome. And it was like, all you had to do, it was almost like he was answering his mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was answering his mother back and forth. And
So, and his birthday is this Saturday, so we'll go up and celebrate like we always do, and grab ice cream and goof around and
okay.
have a good time.
Awesome. Awesome. Anybody got questions for June Elaine here today? Junie. Yes, no, maybe?
May I ask?
Okay, who wants to ask a question? Go ahead, Judy.
Okay, well, I actually wanted to ask Lori, how does the rest of your family feel about your relationship with your son?
Oh, I don't give a rat's ass what they think.
Oh,
I don't care.
that's like you answered like my sister would answer for sure.
My sister was here getting my mom, and she had come up for the day to visit. And while she was in the bathroom getting her jammies on, I said, well, let me just do a video, see if anybody shows up and I can like freak her out. And I was very surprised that it was so vivid. And one of the questions I had asked was, what did you think about the job what Nick did? Because his cousin, my nephew, came over to grade out a couple loads of gravel so that we can get a deck and a ramp on for my mom. And he just like zoomed right in, because that's what Walter used to do. Walter used to do construction work, and he was the one that would come down and do everything for me. So when I showed my sister, she was like, oh my God, that is amazing. So I said, I'll do it at your house because you've got people there too. But she goes, don't tell me that because I don't like that. But my sister, who is born again, just kind of looks at me sometimes. And I said, you of all people say that there's life after death. Yeah. So there is, like literally there is. So there's something so much better than this, because if this was all that is, this sucks. There's got to be something better.
And there is.
June, you still there, sweetheart?
I am. I'm picking up something about Linda. I can't see her, only Linda. Am I seeing Cridge?
Yep, Linda kind of just saw this, was interested and wandered in.
Okay, because Linda, I keep hearing the song, Linda. I don't know what year, how old Linda is, but somebody's singing to her. Also, Donald Christian, of course, is here. He's making his presence known. That's your dog. So
Donald's also got a grandmother that watches over him. That was very important to him when he was growing up. Yeah. Recognize that, Donald?
Yes, I did.
Okay. She's a
Christian doesn't mince words either. He can be, he's funny. He tells me things about his dad that really I don't need to know. Yeah, I mean, they're private. It's private. Yeah. Okay.
Now, who was looking looking to grow in the way of mediumship? Who's already seen spirit? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Excuse me. We've got one gentleman here. Bless you, Donald. I'm sure you're often amongst all the ladies, huh?
Hmm?
Are you often the solo man amongst all the ladies?
Well, I can tell you after working for the last over 35 years in animal rescue, yeah, a lot of times I was the only guy there.
Okay.
And it kind of affected me the way I'm like, what do you have on a weekend that's so important that you couldn't come out here for a few hours and help out trying to find these animals at home? You know, that used to annoy me greatly in rescue.
Well,
I'm like, you know, what in the heck is so important? You couldn't take, you know, at least 3 hours on a Saturday morning, come out and help out a little bit, you know. But I guess, as they say, to each his own. I made my choices, they made theirs.
right. So tomorrow night, Donald is going to be my guest. It's a fairly new show. All animals deserve love, and Donald Vickers is going to be discussing some of the work that he's done over the years and helping animals, and obviously comes from a love for animals. So I hope you'll join us, and it is posted on my Facebook page. If anybody needs to find the information, or it's on my website, PamelaMarieEdmunds.com. June Elaine.
Yes.
How do people find you? You're my guest. How do they connect to you, dear?
Well, for now, I'm working on a website, but for now, it's email, all lowercase. It's Love After Life, LLC. Make sure you put that in there. Love After Life, LLC at AOL.com. Or just call me. Call me at area code 603. 200-0290. So that's 603-200-0290. I'm going back again to the Galaxy tab. I've got to get this done because if I don't, they're going to keep bugging me until I do. Are one of you Palladian?
What is it?
Are one of you feeling like you're Pleiadian?
Pleiadian. Clearing. I'm sorry, could you just give us like a synopsis on what that word means?
Okay, so I have what I call the Pleiadian connection here, led by Ashtar, ASHTAR. You people, is this being recorded? Pamela?
Recorded, dear.
Because if you want to, you don't even have to answer my questions right now. If you would rather not, but get to me. You should be taking my address or my phone number. I want to talk to you people. You have some kind of interest in the or somebody's trying to connect with you or has been from the let's see what they're giving me here. Do you ladies understand what star seeds are?
Star seeds?
Star seed.
No.
Well, you're gonna want to look that up. I'll tell you what we'll do. Why don't
I'm actually trying to look it up right now.
Okay, starseed, some of either, I don't know if it's you or your children or grandchildren are born as a starseed child. They're very, very intelligent. They're very, very quite aware and what do you call it? What is the word? Gifted. Some of them see things that you might not be able to, but believe them when they tell you. Who has the children? Who of you there? And how old are they?
I have a 16-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 3-year-old.
Okay, perfect. That 3-year-old, watch that 3-year-old. Keep an eye on your 3-year-old. And if I were you, I would have a journal. I would keep I go to the dollar store and buy paper and journals and write down different things that I'm picking up. If that baby comes to you, he might be 3 now, and pretty soon he'll be 13, and then he'll be 23 and 33. Don't let him grow up without knowing that you believe what he's telling you. If he tells you something, you tell him, oh, that's nice. Please don't do what I've heard people say. I've heard children say, I saw Grandpa the other day and the other night. Grandpa came to see me. And the answer the woman gave the child was, no, you didn't. Grandpa's dead. And to me, I just like you put a knife in my heart. It was like, please don't talk to him that way. Please don't say that. If he said he saw
my middle one used to do that.
Well,
my 9-year-old used to do that.
Well, might be something we would have fun with, and I'll help you. Let's figure this out. Why? What's happening here? It's pretty exciting. They could be starseed children, and it's exciting. They're here to help. Well, I'll put it the way I was just told. They're here to help us save Mother Earth and to help save our asses, is what I was just told. Because we're killing each other. And it's got to stop. Okay, thank you.
No, so
I'm kind of excited about meeting you, please. If you're not friended me, please do it under June Evans. Friend me, and let's have a little meeting, and we can share. I mean, if you want to share, you can share.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have questions for me? May I ask why you came in? I know you have a question. There's something going on there.
We were, I guess we were just seeing like if we can connect with some of our lost ones, but just like some things you're mentioning, I think that I can, so I don't ever see people, but I do get senses, if that makes sense. So like I can feel a presence, like I'll be able to feel like if it's a male or a female, and then I get like flashes of like images, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but like I'll get like almost like a capture of a moment in time, like if you were watching a movie, like a good memory or something. So like I've seen male figures and like flipping fish on a grill, for example, and it's like I don't know who it is, but I would feel like I knew it was a male, and I could tell that he was like a little taller and he was flipping fish, and I have no idea who it would be, but like
yeah.
Have you ever done
stuff like that?
Have you ever done something called a past life regression?
I think at one point I tried, like you have to like really relax, right? And you're supposed to be able to reflect on your past.
You'd be perfect for taking my class, Spirit Academy. You can think about that. Why don't you think about it? You guys discuss it, but you need some answers. There's a whole lot going on with you. I know that. I don't feel comfortable talking about it right now till you give me permission, because I'm telling you, a lot of this is probably more private right now. You need some answers first, then you can share. Then you can share with people. And Donald and I already know that we've been together before in another lifetime, because Jerry, my spirit husband, told me 8 years ago that I would walk with White Wolf. That's what he told me, that I would walk with White Wolf. And I thought he meant a dog, a wolf. And I've been looking for, when am I going to get connected to this White Wolf? And I asked him what he would be for me. And he said, he'll be one of your guides. He'll already know what to do. You don't have to tell him what to do. He doesn't need to be trained. Well, come to find out, Donald, why don't you share? Do you mind sharing? what your name is and how you got that name?
Right now, Donald is muted.
Oh dear.
Can't hear Donald. He's muted.
Oh. Donald. Oh. All right. Well, we'll share it another time because
Sorry, the mic got turned off again. The connection here is really crummy tonight.
Oh.
So notice when it restarted that it turned the mic back off. But with having a Cherokee heritage,
Mhm.
and the wolf has always been special to me.
Mhm.
And several years back when I used to work in Mexico, right off, all the locals referred to me as El Blanco Lobo, which translates out into the white wolf. And
Oh my God, I got chills. Oh.
mysteriously, Jenny and I ended up getting connected.
Yep.
And we got that figured out. But yeah, that's it. I am the
We're
wife.
supposed to be together. We're working on this.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that.
Wonderful. And I want to ask somebody here who hasn't said a word. Well, there's a couple people who haven't spoken, but there's a Shannon up here in the corner, and she's been intently looking and watching, and I don't know if she knows either one of us or what, but she's present here. Can you unmute your microphone, please, Shannon? It's on the bottom.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
And how did you happen to join us here tonight? Are you a friend of June's? You just saw this or what?
It just popped up on my Facebook one day. And so I've had a few people that have passed and that I would love to communicate with. And I said, well, why not? Let me give it a shot. Let me participate in this, and maybe I can learn something to maybe better communicate with the people who have passed, who mean so much to me.
Two things came in as I hear your voice, hon. I love your voice. But as I hear it, I have chills. I got beer barrel polka. Does that mean anything to you?
It could be my dad, because we used to always have a great time, so, and we did fun things. We would go to, the Oktoberfest and that type of thing.
There we go. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. And my dad was always the life of the party.
Okay. So he's also telling me he was a very handsome man. Is that true?
He was a very handsome guy. Yes.
Okay, so he's going to show me himself. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I don't see spirit. I'd rather not. Pretty private person, but I can through my closed lids. But I'd like to see a picture of your dad at some point in time. If you want to friend me and send me a picture of your dad. What is your dad's first name?
Ted.
Ted. Can you give me just one thing about her right now that I would never know? Give me something about her that I would never, that she never has put on Facebook. Did you start a fire when you were little? Accidentally even? Did you play with fire?
No. No.
Did you know somebody that used to set leaves on fire in the woods and then stomp them out and then set it afire and stomp them out just for children's, but they got away at one point and I feel like almost caught the woods afire.
Wow.
Does that sound? And why am I hearing sheep?
Sheep?
Yes.
I don't know. This doesn't ring a bell.
That's all right.
June,
Yes.
this is Catherine. That story you just told about the fire, I can very much identify with.
Oh, okay, honey. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not used to doing this. See, I'm not used to doing this with a bunch of people. I usually just one-on-one. So I'm picking up from you.
Well, it's okay. I mean, that's
But
wonderful.
I don't want to, hold on just a minute, Catherine. Shannon,
Yes.
is there something, I can only see so much of you right now, but is there something around you that's purple? Do you have a love for that?
I do like purple, but I don't really have anything. Well, I do. I do have something purple. Yes, right here.
Okay, well, yeah, but I can see that. So that's
okay. You can see this. Okay, yeah.
okay. Do you understand that you're a healer? Do you know that?
Wow.
Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Well, you get a lot. There's a whole lot of things going on with you. Yeah. Look up Saint Germain.
Okay, I will.
And then there's one more person coming in and just use the word widows or widow's peak. Did somebody in your family have a hair? Do you understand what a widow's peak is?
I do. I do.
Do you have somebody in your family that had a widow's peak?
No.
Okay.
But I'm thinking my sister had this great head of hair, so I'm
Okay.
not sure, I'm trying to, because my older sister passed about 4 years ago. And
Okay, so that sister that passed, if you were to comb her hair all back, she had a lot of hair, right?
She did, yes.
If you were to pull it all back, you'd see a widow's peak on her, correct?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
All right, well, just talking about that.
Or it could be someone else. It could be my friend who just recently passed.
Wow, you've got a whole lot
who was like a sister to me.
Well,
So
you need to, they're telling you that you don't need to learn. It isn't so much about you learning how to communicate. You need to wake up.
I need to
You
wake
need
up.
to wake up as to who you are and know this is not a coincidence that you're here tonight. This is a synchronicity.
Okay.
Remember that, hon.
Okay. And that sounds like the person I was thinking of with the widow's peak. It's my dear friend Stone, who just passed away like about 2 months ago. Okay. And that sounds like something she would say to me. All
right. And also, would one of these people ever sign off anything to you with X's, X's, X, 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 X and O, or X, X? Does that make sense?
Again, my friend Stone, every day we would text and we would always send kisses to each other.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she's doing, hon.
Yeah, and it's it was like just little hugs and kisses, the little emojis is what we.
Well, that's kind of an old-fashioned. It's kind of old-fashioned.
Yes, and I could see her being old-fashioned with that because I think that would be more her style. But towards the end of her life, she was a little bit slower in doing things because she had a stroke. So maybe the X's and the O's would be more appropriate for her.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it's just a matter of you reaching out now. She's trying to learn how to communicate with. She's trying to communicate with you. Now you make a decision whether or not you.
Is she smiling at me right at this point? Is she smiling at me? I found her, when she passed, I found her body and all I could see was her smiling at me, even though I found her dead body, and she kept smiling at me. In my mind, I could see her just with this great smile on her face. Like she was so happy. And, it was tough to see her, dead. Yeah. But at the same time, I was like, oh my God, she's so much better now. She looks happy and she looks joyous. Her name was actually really Joy. And she smiled at me. I mean, for days, I kept seeing in my mind her smiling at me. And so I don't know if this is Stone, you know, I called her Stone because that's what she wanted to be called.
Are you trying to make popsicles, or have you had a popsicle in the last couple of days?
No.
Something.
Well, actually, I did. I have a smoothie in the freezer.
Okay, so something ice cold. Okay, honey. All right. Well, you've got a lot to think about here. I mean, communicating with them. It sounds like that's what they're going to do or want to do.
I have to say I'm open to it. And I keep thinking I'm closed. I'm like, how do I do this? I think that's the reason why I came, because, I feel like, I'm so human, and I feel like.
Why don't you get in touch with me? And to all of you that showed up here tonight, if you want to get in touch with me, I'd rather have you call me than email, but good do. And I'll give you a free 10-minute. Let's do 10 minutes of whoever it is trying to knock on the door here and get through to you. I still like doing private rather than talk in front of everybody. And then if you decide to take Spirit Academy, then we're all set. We'll get you started. That's what I'd like to do.
Okay. Is there anywhere where you could maybe post your phone number again, or either repeat it? Because
it's under June Evans.
June Evans.
Facebook. Are you on Facebook?
I am. Okay, so
June
Evans.
Pop up there and shout out to me. For some reason, she's telling you to join. What state are you from, man?
I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh my God. Okay. Now I get it.
Okay.
Oh, so that's the fun part. Yes. I've only been 2 places in my entire life, and it's a long life. Florida by plane, and the other place I was invited to come down and do gallery readings was New Orleans. Nolans.
New Orleans, yeah.
There's the connection. There's why you and I are connected. You see, there's more and more, and I want to get to other people too.
Okay,
so
definitely.
I'm gonna let you go with this, hon, and see what our hostess has to say about all this too.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm excited.
Me too. Thank you very much for sharing with me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Does anyone have questions for June Elaine? Whoops, that's my buddy. Sylvester was here. Linda Bridge, who's been nice and quiet. Catherine was you were talking, Christina's been quiet too.
And Catherine also wants you. Go ahead. I think this is exciting in a way because we can all learn from each other. It's not, I'd like to keep it private one-on-one, but at the same time, as each one of you shares what's going on with you, you realize you're not alone at all.
Now, Linda unmuted her mic. Did you have something you wanted to share, Linda?
Well, I was curious what June had to say to Catherine.
Yes, okay, hon. Thank you, Linda. Catherine, let's go. Did I pick you up? Did I pick up some things for you here and mistakenly figured it was Shannon?
Fire. Well, you talked about the fire in the woods.
Did you do that?
I did. I did. And
this childlike. Catherine, are you still with me? If I give you Indian paintbrush, do you understand what I mean by that? Who knows what Indian paintbrushes are?
Flowers.
Did you go ahead?
I'm not sure what it exactly means, but
it's a flower.
Oh.
Did you grow up around those, Judy?
No, I live in the South. They're not indigenous here, but I know what they are.
All right. Well, there's something about Indian paintbrushes. So there's some Native American coming through. Any of you have a either Cherokee in the background, or I just heard Lakota. Lakota.
I have a cousin who did her student teaching out there with them, but she's still alive.
That's fine. I talk to souls that are alive and animals. You can ask Pamela. I talk to her cat all the time, and he's quite alive.
And matter of fact, his message to Junie before the show we got together here was for her to break a leg.
Oh God. Yeah.
And that's supposed to be a good thing. That's supposed to be a good thing.
It's a family affair for Galaxy Tab A. I don't know who picked that name out for you. Can you hear me, Galaxy?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I ask who picked that name?
What name?
Galaxy Tab A?
It's actually my husband's
It's just the it's just the tablet.
Yes,
so
it's a tablet, Android.
Oh,
it's just
that's
because the type
wild.
of tablet.
So do you understand what twin flames are? You said your husband. How long, may I ask how long you've been married to your husband?
26 years.
Well, do you understand what twin flames are?
No.
Well, you gotta look that up too. It's homework tonight. I'm a teacher. Hello.
I'm a teacher too, so
Okay.
but I don't know if it means I'm an identical twin. So I don't know if it has anything to do with that.
Well, we're gonna find out. We're not gonna lose touch.
Oh,
with
it means a
each other.
soulmate. It means
Well, yeah,
soulmate.
but it goes beyond soulmate. There's a lot more to it than that. Christina, Romeo is, Christina, Romeo is.
Oh,
Romeo is
It's two
around.
people that share the same bodies but share the same soul.
Yeah. It's amazing. Christina, Romeo wants mama. He's not getting.
He is my Romeo.
He's not getting enough of you.
That's true. I've been, that's true. I haven't been doing as I should.
Well,
for sure. But I can say to these other newcomers that if you have any hesitation at all about taking June's class, don't, because you won't be the same in a good way. And, just from experience, I think that obviously you're here for a reason. For me, it was looking for a reading from June and then decided right away to take Spirit Academy, and definitely no doubts, I think, or no regrets, I should say, that you won't look back. You'll keep moving forward and be happy that you did. And she's very good about keeping in touch. She's not going to give you the 3 classes and then say, no, now you're off on your own. Her and Jerry are always there to make sure that you're still heading down the right path. And if you have questions and stuff. So it's good. It's a great experience.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I have a message. I'm feeling I need to communicate with somebody here. Is that okay with you, June?
Please.
Okay. Catherine, could you please unmute yourself?
Yep.
You sense your mother around you a lot right now, don't you, honey?
Yep.
And why do I want to say happy birthday? Whose birthday is around right now? Is it your birthday, her day of passing? What day would be special?
It's my birthday and her passing.
Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you. And
they're a week apart.
Okay. And okay, I didn't need to let people know I do know I've met Catherine and her mom before. Her mom was a dear student of mine, and because what was happening for me here, I was very much drawn to you, and I said, "Oh, that's who that is." You know, we all change a little as we're as we're maturing. Okay, I like to say maturing. All right. And I said, "Oh, that's who that is." I was sensing her doing some major coughing and having major difficulty breathing, and I knew that was an issue for her. And I do need to say, I didn't see her in the latter months, but I'm feeling like she lost a lot of weight, didn't she?
Yeah.
Okay. And her face looked almost, I don't use this word that often. Do you understand the word gaunt?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And she still could crack a joke, though, couldn't she?
Right to the end.
Yep. And you know what I want to say here to you, sweetie? She loves you dearly, and she is so happy that you two were able to spend. Even though it wasn't, I'm going to say fun time, but we spent time together before she left. Okay, you spent a lot of time. I feel like you were you bent over backwards for her.
Okay. I took care of her and Dad. Yeah.
You bent over backwards for her, and something about her singing. She used to sing to you when you were young. Did you two used to?
Yeah. Yeah, with the 8-track tapes.
Back when. Yeah. And she wants you to know she's not in pain any longer. That was one of the biggest things that really, really bothered you, was the pain that you knew she was in. Okay? And you do see her at times, correct?
I sent her. I don't think I've seen her.
In your dreams? She's been in.
No, it's.
Watch for her in a couple of your dreams, sweetheart. Okay?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thank you.
And I need to tell you, she worked with the angels. She is with the angels. All right?
Okay, good.
Okay? And
yep.
For you, she's saying something about you needing to slow down. And she says, well, I feel like she kind of taught you some of that, didn't she? That's what I'm feeling. To speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be a doer and busy. Okay.
Yep.
And she's giving you a great big hug that she doesn't want to stop. And she says, I'll always be there, and for you to know that. And okay, there's some younger generation, male and female. I'm not sure if it's through you or through somebody else, that there's a fondness mom has for. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
Okay. They have felt her too. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
They felt her. They've seen her. These are some of the star kids, or some of the indigo kids, like he was referencing, and some of the people who were here have experience with around. A lot of these younger kids, they're not just smart, they're intuitive, and they're more advanced spiritually, and therefore they might see a grandpa who's been gone for a while, or they can hear a kitty cat talking to them, or whatever. They are special. Okay, they are special. And I could keep going with you, Catherine, hon, but we got to get ready to get start closing down the show here, but thank you for coming in. And I want to thank Mom. She was a dear, special person, and I wish I could have seen her before she passed. But what I'm sensing is I wasn't supposed to see her. That way I could connect with her for you, all right? And help.
Thank you.
As you needed it. How long has she been gone now, sweetheart?
It's just 2 years.
Okay. As you release some more of this emotional pain, you'll be more tuned into her energy being around you. Okay. Right.
I was wondering what was blocking me.
Our grief can get in the way. How everybody else here who's lost a loved one, our grief can get in the way of us knowing that they're here with us. And as my show says, love never dies. She'll keep communicating to you however she can. Okay? And please know that. She loves you dearly and always will. And she knows you will too. So anyway, thank you, Catherine.
Thank you.
June, did you have anything you wanted to add to that, sweetheart?
No, I don't. But something about Judy.
Okay, Judy?
Judy, do you have a question?
What you see my dog back behind me?
Okay, so that's where the pup. Okay, let me ask you this: what state are you from?
Georgia.
Georgia. Okay. You do realize how easy it is for that dog is passed, correct?
Right. Yeah.
You realize how easy it is for, what is that dog's name?
Boo.
What is it, hon?
Boo.
I already gave you readings about Boo, didn't I? I've never given you readings about Boo.
No.
Well, you didn't get much of a chance to talk tonight, and we're supposed to be closing down. I'm going to give you a 10-minute free reading with Boo.
Okay.
You get in touch with me, and I will give you evidence that Boo is around you and wants to work with you. No problem. How long has Boo been passed?
It's a couple of years now, a little over, but I mean, he's with me a lot, especially when he first passed over.
Okay, buddy.
He was with me constantly.
Donald can give you, Donald, do you mind where I tell you where you're from originally?
You can tell me.
He's from Alabama.
Okay, we're kissing
And
cousins now.
he can tell you, he can tell you about his dog who constantly is around me when I'm with Donald.
Oh,
Like he's got his nose right in between me, so I can't give Donald a big kiss because he gets his nose in the way. He's a sweetie. I adore him.
Yeah, Chris.
Boo would probably do the same.
Yeah, Liz.
And Linda didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to say much with Linda. I still keep. Okay, if I say fishbowl, which one of you has fish? Were you? Why are they talking about a fishbowl? Were you cleaning it today? Or were you?
You're muted, Shannon. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm unmuting it. Again, you know, I've got a pond in my backyard. It's a small pond, and I've got goldfish. But my friend Stone, who passed, is the same person.
Oh, here we go.
She was a aquarium enthusiast, and she had about 4 or 5 aquariums. And
well, there you go.
I inherited her mini crystal red shrimp, and it's an aquarium in my living room. And I'm trying to learn how to take care of these little teeny tiny shrimp. Who in the heck has shrimp in an aquarium?
She's watching. That is her way of evidential mediumship, letting you know that right there is one of the things around you. But you're all amazing and interesting and all talented. Please, please, please continue. And thank you for coming by tonight. Really
June, contact information again, please.
Well, for now, it's just Preferably my phone number. I'll give you my phone number. Not you, Donald. The rest of them. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Donald. I'm just kidding.
I thought Donald already had your number.
Yeah.
I like the way that was worded.
Donald's one of my heroes. He's one of my
I know.
We're
I know.
hoping that Donald and I are hoping he owns PAWS, PAWS, MIA. This history about him that is just mind-blowing. He's one of my heroes. I call him my knight. And but anyway, to reach me, it is area code in New Hampshire here, 603-200-0290, or you can reach me at my email, loveafterlife@aol.com. But there's so much more to this tonight. Well, we couldn't possibly cover all this.
No.
Pamela, thank you for having me.
Welcome. Thank you, dear. And I want to let people know contact information for me, Pamela Marie Edmunds. I am on Facebook, and it's Pamela with a dash between the Pamela Marie and then Edmunds.
Okay. I'm going to give one more, Pamela. Can I give one more? I don't know who this is, but it's almost like it's very important. And it's not a topic that I want to discuss, but has one of you had somebody that was murdered? Or you think that they were possibly murdered?
My secretary just had 2 family members murdered. It was a murder-suicide.
All righty. That's why I got confused. Because I heard one was murdered and one wasn't. There you go, honey. If you need some help with that, or that your secretary, I'll do what I can to help with that.
Okay, thank you.
Wow. And well, I want to thank everyone who showed up here tonight. It's been and of course, June Elaine Evans, and she also has a radio show. Let's see if we can get some nudges to her, help her get her show back up and running. Matter of fact, she was gifted the original show that I started, Bridge Between Two Worlds, and so maybe you'll be watching.
Let's stay in touch, everybody. Let's stay in touch, please.
Yep.
Look for that Bridge Between Two Worlds.
Listen to him.
What'd he say, Donald? I know you want to touch me, and I'm going to touch you.
Stay in touch.
Yeah, no, I know what you're doing.
So everyone, I want to thank you for coming on. And next week, I'm going to do a show solo here. And I know there's a couple people who might be interested, but I'm sure there's others. I'm going to be doing a show about trance mediumship, because a lot of people don't know what that's about.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
And also channeling is another term that can be used. And I'm going to talk a bit about it, but let people know a little bit, get some experiences in regards to it. Matter of fact, I believe Kristen has experienced me working with some of that one time. Is that correct, Christina? Yes?
Yes, it was fascinating.
Thank you. Great.
Buffalo Head Nichols. Who's got Buffalo Head Nichols? Do one of you collect Buffalo Head Nichols?
Somebody got a coin collection? No. Or they know somebody with a coin collection.
That sounds like my dad. He collected coins.
Oh.
Okay. So anyway, so I want to thank you all for being here. This will be posted up on YouTube after it's been processed, I guess is the term. And I'll be here every Wednesday evening, same time. It's kind of difficult where I'm out here in Arizona, start at 5 p.m. and a lot of you are more East Coasters and whatnot, and starting at 8 p.m. And so the new show tomorrow night, All Animals Deserve Love. Donald will be my guest, and hopefully we'll have some other people. I got a number of people who are interested, Donald. who are going to come forward. So it's about trusting spirit. It's about trusting.
It is.
And
Yes,
for,
it is.
111.
yep. And for everyone to please stay healthy, be safe,
Yep.
and send out positive thoughts to people who need it right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are out there struggling. Prayer, if that has meaning to you, and I do want to say prayer has been very big for me. And I want to thank all of you who were sending me some prayer. I went through some, been going through some health issues, but I'm doing much better. So anyway, and God bless you all, and come back again, okay? Take care.
Bye, Linda.
Thank you. Bye.
Now.
Bye, everybody.
Everybody.